Manchester United are going for both the Premier League as well as the Champions League title this season. And we are facing Manchester City in the quarterfinals of that elusive Champions League. Other games are Atletico Madrid Leverkusen. We have Sporting facing PSG and Bayern facing Dinamo Zagreb of all teams. Of course, if you need a little reminder, guys, we are 6 points clear of Manchester City at the top of the table. 29 games played, still a few to be played, but we've only conceded 20 goals all season long, which is the main reason why we are on top. We're also still participating in the FA Cup, where we are facing Nottingham Forest in the semi-finals. Let's not forget that we've already backed the Carabao Cup against Man City in the final as well. Today's program is very compact. We are first going to face Crystal Palace in the Premier League before travelling to the city of Manchester Stadium to our noisy neighbours, facing West Ham in between the Champions League games. Later on then Fulham, Burnley. The FA Cup will also be played today at Wembley, the semi-final, and Chelsea to finish off the month of April. We are going with a quite rotational side against Crystal Palace on the 1st of April, before the game, of course, in the Champions League at the Etihad. Excellent opportunity here for goal in Crystal Palace's favour. One-on-one with the keeper, but what a tackle. Yes, Xerxes, can he find Ansu Fati? Fati with a shot. Good save by Tenas. This is Asensio, of course, playing for Crystal Palace, going inside, but Inacio. Another big chance for Crystal Palace. Asensio up against everyone, passes it into Haller, who puts Crystal Palace into the lead at Old Trafford. Not undeserved. However, here we could get an equaliser through Joshua Zirkzee. 1-1. Important goal for Manchester United back into the game. Yes, Fati, Ansu Fati up against Yelat, finds Xerxes, who could make it 2-1, no, he puts it wide. Here's Vermeeren, good ball for Fati. Can we counter them out here? Can we find the 2-1? Yes, Xerxes with his brace, finally he does eventually find it. And that's it, we've turned the game around, winning 2-1 at home to Palace. Good start to the episode. However, now we turn our attention to the big one. City of Manchester Stadium. Manchester City against Manchester United. Here it is, Champions League nights in Manchester. Everything in blue. But we, the Reds, are trying to create something here. This is Garnacho, Alejandro Garnacho, trying to bring Nuno Mendes into the game. Here is Nuno Mendes going inside. Early doors, Mendes! Good save, keeper. Kubo on the corner. Not a bad one inside. Here is Ruben Neves. Wow! How has that gone in? How has that ball gone in? I thought the trajectory of the ball was taking it wide. But no, indeed, it has gone in. We have to have a look at this again. Ruben Neves takes it. And it gets a big deflection. That's why it goes in. Because it would have gone wide, but it hits, I think, the head of Josko Gvardiol, if I'm not mistaken. And it goes in from there. We get a free kick here in the 10th minute. Hakimi is the man for the job, of course. He's already scored one in like a few episodes ago. I don't think this one's going in, though. Hakimi, no. And now, can we counter them? Takefusa Kubo looking to set Højlund away. This is Rasmus Højlund, who's not offside. One-on-one with the keeper, makes it 2-0. The counter-attack of dreams sees us go 2-up at the Etihad within 22 minutes. Careful, Manchester City off the left side. Grealish in extra time of the first half. Turns Ugarte, passes it back into Nunes, and now Haaland. Great save, Costa. Foden still, Phil Foden up against De Ligt, he turns him, Foden scores, somehow that goes in. City get one back through Phil Foden. We want to immediately react through Ashraf Hakimi, who goes into the box. Højlund! 3-1 immediately after conceding. We take back the 2-goal advantage through Højlund, who puts it in like a true poacher. What a legend. Hakimi going down that side, passed it inside into Højlund, who scrambles it in somehow. Garnacho, we've looked the better side, especially on the counter. We've been really, really effective. As I hear Garnacho turns everyone, now looks for Højlund, who turns the defender. Højlund just gets blocked. They've got two of the best CDMs in the world in Rodri and Kimmich, but still they cannot really stop us. As now Foden goes down that right side. Haaland gets played in. Haaland, Costa with an important save. Both Garnacho and Mendes are absolutely shattered, absolutely naked. I'm also bringing on Inacio for Martinez. One final chance for City as Haaland goes through the middle, gives it away to Ahmad, and that is it. 2 minutes and 30 seconds of extra time. We win 3-1 in the first leg of the quarterfinals at our rival, Manchester City rivals ground. What was that? Collision there between Ribery Sombrero and Pep Guardiola. In between the two legs against Man City, we are also facing West Ham United at the London Stadium in the Premier League. A few rotational players in there. Bino Gittens gets a game. Kerkez, Ahmad, Mainu, and even Xerxes. Of course, I forgot about those bloody bubbles, as Ahmad is already trying to send Xerxes away, putting us in the lead. The bubbles don't really distract us. We are taking the lead at London Stadium. This is dangerous. A long cross towards Thuram, who puts it wide. Because I always tend to forget they've got Bruno Fernandes. We sold him to West Ham. As now Jamie Bino Gittens goes down that left side into Kerkez. Now looking for Xerxes, just about cannot find him. Corner taken by West Ham. Good save, Costa. West Ham still trying to create something through Thuram, who tries to go past the Inacio, but Costa, what a goalkeeper he is. That's it, 1-0 win. Costa saves us the win there via the end, even though we've got no red card as it seems. For the second leg against Man City, I'm playing Tony Livramento at right back. Otherwise, the same starting 11 that started the first game at the Etihad. Neves, De Ligt, try something outrageous! Matthijs De Ligt with an incredible goal. A power shot from 30 yards. Martinez, Ugarte, I'm gonna try something different again. Ugarte, even that one was dangerous. We have 4-1 up on aggregate. Manchester City still trying to get a goal back, but not like that. It's a party at Old Trafford. We basically know we're going through already, as Højlund could set up Ahmad for yet another opportunity. This is Ahmad Diallo, good save. Still, Ansu Fati, no. That's the game done and dusted. We win both legs against our City rivals and go through comfortably to the quarterfinals with a wonder goal, maybe the goal of the season by Matthijs De Ligt. Just look at this goal again. De Ligt with incredible power. That is crazy, a crazy goal. From 30 yards out into the top corner, past the keeper. Wow, a perfect goal. The rest of the quarterfinals, Atletico Madrid defeat Leverkusen, Paris Saint-Germain defeating Sporting, and Bayern having the upper hand over Zagreb, even though they lost the home game. And the semi-finals, only top dogs now. Bayern Munich facing PSG. We are up against Atletico Madrid. We'll have to get control of our emotions again, as now we are facing Fulham at home with a rotational side. Mainu up to an 85, Ahmad 86. Xerxes, of course, 90 rated. Seaman is in net. Let's see how this goes. 4 minutes in already, a long cross towards Joshua Xerxes. Off the post and in. A bit of luck, but Xerxes puts us ahead early doors. Mainu into Bellingham. Can we create something out of the midfield? Good ball by Bellingham into Xerxes. Good save, and Ahmad outside the goal. A carbon copy of the first goal, could be the second as well. Xerxes, another long cross into his feet, doubles up our lead and his tally of the night. Yes, Fati, can he send Xerxes away? What a pass by Ansu Fati into the space for Xerxes. He tried to chip the keeper. Fulham are not going down without a fight. Tresoldi first shot, and then a second shot. Good save, Seaman. Xerxes could get his hat-trick still here. Joshua Xerxes makes it 3. 3 times the same outcome. Long cross and Xerxes on the end of it. As that's the game done and dusted. Clear win at home. Even the next game at Turf Moor is again for the second team. Wheatley up top this time. I'm gonna give this young lad a chance. Careful, here come Burnley through Hannibal, a former Manchester United player, let's not forget. Hannibal Mabry into Masengo. They are going backwards now, forwards again. Then his man turning his defenders. Then his man with a super goal. Burnley take the lead, 19 minutes in, no chance for Seaman. We, however, do get an immediate shot at redemption as Jude Bellingham is going to take a kick from the penalty spot and scores 1-1. Bellingham with the equaliser, 23 minutes in. Ahmad going forward on the counter. This is Amad Diallo looking to send Ethan Wheatley away. Wheatley turns his man. Wheatley puts it wide. Another opportunity for this same Ethan Wheatley guy who can turn the defender but not got to get the shot off. He gets a second chance. Good save. Here's Ansu Fati. Ansu Fati in the penalty box. Lays it back to Bellingham and Wheatley can't get the shot off. Now this has to be it. Ethan Wheatley sent away in the 74th minute. Up against the keeper. One-on-one scores. Brings us ahead. Turns the game on its head. Was the right decision to play this guy. And that's the game done and dusted. We get the away win. Important, vital 3 points. As now after 33 games we are sitting 8 points clear of Manchester City with a game in hand. So everything going well here. Today we are still playing the semi-final of the FA Cup, but the Champions League games against Atletico Madrid are for the next one. As we are going with our strongest team to Wembley Stadium to face Nottingham Forest with a shot for the FA Cup final. Gibbs wide, Nottingham getting ahead of themselves. Wahi, good save, Costa. Free kick Nottingham, Eli Wahi to take, the striker of all people. But Costa with a comfortable catch. Now can we counter them? Mendes looking for Garnacho, who has got a lot of speed up against Kulierakis, who cannot catch him. Garnacho puts us into the lead, 24 minutes in. Important goal by the young Argentine. We are playing so well, a team that is confident in its own abilities. Now Højlund sent away by Garnacho. Rasmus Højlund. Here comes Wahi again. Good play. Back gets the ball back, but Costa saves our clean sheet. Gibbs wide on a short corner. Good ball inside. We cannot get the ball away. The Ligt somehow with a block. Hakimi now sending Kubo down the line. A lot of space for him. Nottingham really don't get back in time. Kubo looking for Garnacho on the other side. Alejandro Garnacho. Good save, Meret. This is Alejandro Garnacho, who scored already. Now Højlund. How does he put this wide? How? Alejandro Garnacho looking to unleash Rasmus Højlund, who is off and away against the defender and the keeper. No problem for him. Rasmus Højlund doubles our lead. We are such a lethal counter-attacking force. Every player in this team, in this offensive side, is so fast, so determined, and it is 2-0. Guimaraes looking for Elanga. Nottingham trying to get one back through Vahi. No problem for Costa. Here comes Gibbs wide into Vahi. A lot of space for Vahi, who gets a goal back. Martinez sliding into oblivion. And Nottingham Forest still in the game. Now they are trying again, Nottingham Forest, just 2 minutes after scoring. Gibbs wide, gets past the defender, and Costa needs to make a massive save. We have brought on 4 players, Fati, Kerkez, Ahmad and Xerxes, all new on the field. Careful, Wahi up against Martinez, turns him from left to right, and Gibbs wide or Anderson, I don't know who it was. Good save, Costa, look at them celebrate that save. It's a long corner taken, no one is there, and it's 2-2. How did we let Bruno Guimaraes head that in from close range? I cannot understand this. It's 2-2 from out of nothing. As now Xerxes trying to once again put us into the lead, and he does! Joshua Xerxes with what could be the game winner just a few minutes after Nottingham Forest equalised. That's a bit of a questionable celebration, though, I have to say. Nottingham Forest still not giving up. A big foul, but Costa needs to make a save from Guimaraes. This is Gibbs White, passes it into Henderson. Still, Henderson! That's a foul! No, says the ref. That is controversial, I have to say. I thought that would be a penalty kick for Nottingham in the last seconds, but it's not. As now Bellingham bursts through, gets caught. It doesn't matter as we are through to the final. Nottingham will be moaning after that final, I'm sure, after the semi-final. Because they could have had a penalty there in the last second. But we don't care, as Manchester United are still on for a treble into the FA Cup final. A quadruple, effectively. The opponents in the FA Cup final are Burnley. That is going to be a big old reunion with our friends. We'll effectively need 5 more points to become Premier League champions back to back, as Manchester City can maximum get 85 points. We could get up to, 5 more matches, 15 points, up to 96 points. The big one though is going to be the Champions League semi-final. We'll play that out in the next episode. Until then, I will see you again for the semi-finals.